I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind?
In the world of entertainment, filled with glamour, hectic schedules, and endless applause, there is another side that is rarely seen by the public, a fragile side, one filled with pressure and sometimes loneliness. Big names like BTS may seem untouchable, but recently, Kim Taehyung, or V, made a confession that shook the hearts of many fans. For the first time, he spoke openly about the dynamics of their relationship with the agency that has been supporting them since the beginning, HYBE. Many assumed that the relationship between BTS and HYBE was always harmonious. They grew together, conquered the world together, and made history in the K-pop industry. However, according to Taehyung, behind that remarkable collaboration, there have been pressures, limitations, and conflicts that have never been spoken about. HYBE, formerly known as Big Hit Entertainment, has indeed played a crucial role in bringing BTS to the pinnacle of the world. But Taehyung revealed that not all of that journey was smooth. There were difficult times behind the scenes that have never been exposed. He explains that while the agency provided significant support, there were times when the members felt controlled. It wasn't just about the hectic schedules, but also about who they were supposed to be in the public eye. Taehyung even described himself and his colleagues as products that were constantly polished and marketed, with little room to be themselves. Over time, Taehyung felt that they increasingly needed space to be independent. After more than a decade of work, he and the members began to question, are they truly free in their work? Do they have control over their music, style, or even their appearance? He revealed that the demands from the agency were extremely high, sometimes too high. They had to keep up with an extremely fast pace, creating songs, performing, promoting, doing live streams, and living as public figures with little to no breaks. And all of that, according to Taehyung, made them lose time for themselves, even just to breathe. BTS is known for their boldness in addressing social issues and exploring various music genres. But Taehyung revealed that there are times when they aren't as free as they seem. There are boundaries they must adhere to in order to maintain BTS's commercial image in the eyes of the global public. He said that being an artist should mean freedom, but what they experience is often the opposite. They have to meet the expectations of the agency, the media, and even the fans. And that, indirectly, makes them hold back what they truly want to express. Despite the pressure, Taehyung emphasized that he and BTS still try to maintain healthy communication with HYBE. He doesn't blame the agency entirely. According to him, all of this is part of the process of growing together in a tough industry. Taehyung appreciates that HYBE has given them great opportunities, including genre exploration and international collaborations. But he also wants the public to know, behind the strong professional relationship, there are many difficult internal discussions. They struggle to voice their opinions and find space to grow in line with their true selves. In the most touching part, Taehyung expressed his hope, change. He and the BTS members want their relationship with HYBE to evolve toward a more equal partnership, not just between artists and management, but as creative partners. Taehyung wants BTS to have more freedom in determining the direction of their careers. He doesn't want to remain forever under the shadow of business strategies. Because, in his view, true art can only emerge from freedom, not from fear of numbers and profit graphs. The question on many people's minds, why is Taehyung speaking out now? The answer is simple, because it's time. He no longer wants to keep everything to himself. He knows many artists out there are going through similar experiences, but choose to remain silent. As a prominent figure, he feels a responsibility to open up healthier discussions within the entertainment industry. He wants the world to know that artists are not robots. They have the right to their own lives. He wants the next generation not to have to endure the same level of pressure they did, and for the entertainment industry to start listening to the voices of creators, not just those in boardrooms. One thing Taehyung emphasizes strongly is the importance of work-life balance. In a fast-paced world with endless expectations, he wants to have time to be Taehyung, not just V from BTS. He wants to maintain his relationships with family, make friends freely, and occasionally step away from the spotlight. According to him, this isn't about rejecting fame, but about staying human. He hopes that in the future, artists can have more control over their own time without feeling guilty just because they want to rest. After Taehyung dared to voice what had previously only been discussed behind closed doors, many fans began to turn their attention to the other BTS members. Do they feel the same way? They may not have spoken explicitly, but if you look closely, the signs have been there for a long time. Jungkook, who often pours his heart out during live broadcasts, Jimin has become more reserved and emotional when discussing the future. RM has admitted in several interviews that he often feels mentally and emotionally exhausted due to the pressure of being a leader. Even Suga once touched on the topic of freedom that comes at a high price in his personal podcast. All of this is no coincidence. After Taehyung spoke out, the more perceptive ARMY members began piecing together the puzzle. They realized that BTS has not only been battling the outside world, but also the system that shaped them. Taehyung's confession immediately shook social media. Many ARMY members felt relieved. Finally, someone had spoken up. They flooded V with support and love. Hashtags like #WeHearYou Taehyung and #ArtistsDeserveFreedom immediately trended in various countries. However, on the other hand, some fans were disappointed. Not with Taehyung, but with HYBE. Many questioned, how could such a large agency, built alongside BTS, still make its main artists feel pressured and constrained? The discussions that emerged were not just about BTS, but about the entire K-pop industry. Fans began to voice the need for systemic change, adequate rest time, broader creative control, and an end to exploitation in the name of an artist's image. It didn't take long for HYBE to face pressure. Media began digging deeper. Has HYBE been too dominant in BTS's decision-making? Have they truly listened to their artists' voices? Some internal sources claim that HYBE is facing a major challenge, balancing business stability with giving BTS more autonomy. And more surprisingly, some industry analysts suggest that this conflict could have long-term implications for the company's internal structure. Amid all this, the public waits. Will HYBE respond openly to Taehyung's admission? Or will they choose to remain silent and sweep everything under the luxurious carpet of commercialization? The most intriguing aspect of all this is the emergence of a major question. Who is BTS today? Are they still merely a group formed and controlled by the system? Or have they evolved into a creative entity deserving full control over their direction? Taehyung boldly invites us to see BTS not as idols in the narrow sense, but as human beings. They have grown up. They have a voice. They have desires that don't always align with business strategies. And if we truly love BTS, shouldn't we also support them in becoming the best version of themselves, not the version that is constantly tailored to market demands? With this acknowledgement, many have begun speculating that BTS is preparing something different. Perhaps not in the near future, but it's clear their direction is shifting. There are rumors that some members want to release solo projects under an independent label. There's also talk that BTS wants to form a more independent creative unit for producing music and visuals. And all of that makes more sense after hearing Taehyung's heartfelt words. If this is true, the world may be witnessing the most important turning point in BTS's history, the transition from idol to true artist, from being controlled to becoming the controllers, from being polished to becoming creators. Taehyung isn't just speaking for himself. He's speaking for the members of BTS. He's speaking for the next generation of artists. He's speaking for the fans who have long believed that the K-pop world is all about smiles and grand stages. We now know that behind all that, there is struggle. There are tears. There is a desire for greater freedom. And with his courage, Taehyung has opened a new door. The door to true change. It may take time. There may be risks. But this is the moment when the voice of the artist finally grows louder than the cheers of the audience. And for that, the K-pop world must listen.